trying to film myself for that long podcast. Well, I mean, it filmed it perfectly fine, right? I can watch the whole thing, but you try to process it and put it through Google Drive and all that, it'll take a damn week. This right here, though, but this one right here, can process them almost immediately to my phone or whatever I want to stream it to. I was playing around with it last night. I got sheets and we're all
lovely.
Hey guys, what's up? We decided to kind of go
Back in time.
Yeah.
But you didn't even do the intro. You didn't record no intro.
Okay.
Start over.
Let me see.
Bow.
All right. We are going back in time.
Yeah.
I believe, was it 2013, 2014 when the first Conjuring came out?
2013, I think it was.
Was it that long?
It was, yeah, it was
It
2013.
did not seem like it was that long ago.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not quite.
But it's definitely been quite some time ago, and we decided that we're going to, I mean, of course, this kind of correlates with some of the other topics that we've kind of touched base on.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, there were definitely some things that I saw this time around. I can't say it's just still just as scary.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't.
Yeah, we had some jump scares, did we not?
Yep.
I did, yeah.
That we did.
Mm-hmm.
There was things I forgot about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm like, I can't even believe it's been that long ago. But I think one of the key things that I kind of wanted to touch base on was how everything kind of started in the house that they actually moved in. Because I guess it belonged to the Sherman family, but the key factor was her name
Bathsheba.
Bathsheba. Always end up pronouncing it wrong. Bathsheba. Yeah. So she was actually related to Mary Town Etsy.
Yep.
That was actually her family back during the Salem witch trials. They were actually hung and imprisoned and it was the entire family.
Yeah, we did an episode on that. So if anybody's new to our little area here, they can go back to our not Blair Witch. Listen to me. I'm thinking about the Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Salem witch trials. Yeah.
So it was quite interesting because she basically moved into the house, and I believe her 7-day-old infant that she killed, then turned around.
And she sacrificed.
Well, I think it was more of just, it wasn't a sacrifice. It was more of her claiming.
They said that, I think it was
love to Satan.
Yeah, it was confess her love.
Yes.
Whatever.
It was her love to Satan.
They said right after she sacrificed her child, she ran up and hung herself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yep. So it's kind of funny how that basically happened. And she was related to that. Then all of that information basically turned into, it's just passed on to different families. There was the entire land, I believe, because she ended up, who actually cursed the land?
She did.
She did as she died. She killed herself. Anybody who ever tries to take her, claim my land will be, will be met with death, basically.
Yeah, and the property was actually a lot bigger.
Like
200 acres. Yeah.
So it was all split up, and then there was because it wasn't even in that house where the mom ended up killing the son, right?
No, it was in different houses that were all built on that land.
And then you also had the other, there's been a bunch of different things that pretty much occurred, but everything was all within what was considered part of the original property.
Yeah.
So that was definitely interesting.
Yeah.
It said dirty.
Yeah, it was dirty. They did her dirty. She thinks they did her dirty anyway.
But yeah, so it started off kind of small, which is kind of funny how the mom was actually possessed, and when she told Lorraine was that she made her do it. She basically possessed her to kill the son.
Yeah,
oh no, they were in the house because that's where the little cupboard was, the hidden little hiding place.
I'm wondering if she maybe did she actually work for that the family, or I don't know. Maybe she was in that house, but I know that there were some other people that died.
Yeah, there were other murders and suicides and all that other stuff too. That was on that property.
So physical.
So then
let's get physical. Excuse me,
squirrel.
Exactly.
So it turned into, looks like Bathsheba just,
and busted through the window.
but it started small, and it was
It's always small, like a clap or a snap.
Like the clap game or
and it was almost immediate. I'm saying with the mom, because it was the
bruises.
yeah, she had the small bruise.
every night from night one, pretty much she had bruises. They thought it was an iron deficiency.
Yeah, she thought it was an iron deficiency. Yeah, now she the mom is still the actual Miss Perrin. I think she's still with us.
I
know
think
one of
71 when it happened.
April, one of the sisters named April, she passed away. She had some trouble with substances and couldn't basically she couldn't get herself together. Yeah, so they said it affected her. Andrea, I'd love to have her on the show. She has a plethora of knowledge but she has a couple of books. I can't remember the names of them right now, but she does have a couple. If you look up Andrea Perrin, she does talk about what the actual Conjuring and some of the things. Because, in the movie, it doesn't show, like, what she said, some of the stuff that happened while they were moving in. Like, they bought the house from an older guy, right? And they were helping him move. But then Andrea or one of the girls saw another guy walk by, and then, they were like, yeah, who's that guy helping you and this and that? And she's like, there's not another guy helping us. So
There again, it's the movie.
yeah. No, I mean, for entertainment's sake, they can't, but I'm just saying it's a bigger story.
Oh, yeah.
It just said income.
Yeah, income. Yeah, they are making an income out of that house right now.
Yeah.
The couple that bought it, they're allowing, people to rent it out and
Investigate and stuff like that.
yep. But
Is it still haunted?
they say it is. I don't.
They say for an X amount of dollars, you can stay in there for the night.
That you can't.
Because I watched a YouTuber with the Angry Granny. Her and her grandson, Jake, he sneaked in there for the night and tell her that's where they were going. And made blindfolded and they... She said, how would you like the house? They took the blindfold off and she went, fuck no.
I would imagine the area is probably a little more contaminated than it was when the parents were living there. Like, you got people in and out, in and out, in and out.
It was quiet then.
Huh?
Nobody knew much about it. Probably was quiet then.
The early 70s.
Yeah, there was
nothing.
hardly anybody there. But now, you got people trying to break in. You got people trying. Every time you have a story like that, and people find out where the actual location is, you got the dumb crowd that likes to.
I feel like it's a dumb idea to try to break in there because then you get cursed.
Staying, like we also touched base on with the Salem witch trials, and the coincidence that also in the Conjuring, she traveled because she went to go visit Judy.
Yeah,
through the radio.
Bathsheba, yeah, she was able. And that was like the Bell Witch.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to travel.
Also, when they were reviewing that footage on that night at the house, that first night when they did the recording, and she came and visited at 3:07 and stopped her clock, remember?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then out of nowhere, the recorder started making weird noises.
That's why I said that's kind of weird because that was during the Salem witch trial.
Yep.
So I wonder if that part was embellished or if it was just kind of
which part? The visiting?
That part of the story. I wonder if that was embellished from the Conjuring original.
No, Rain said that was a part of her.
I didn't know that, or if they were trying to play off of like the Bell Witch for cinematic purposes.
No. It really did. Like, that's some stuff that happened. Now I know as of late, people have started to try to discredit them.
Well, of course, they're gonna wait till they die to do that.
Yeah,
till they can.
Because we had just recently lost Miss Lorraine. Hope she don't come through.
It said nervous.
Nervous.
Maybe it's because of thinking about Miss. I always wanted to meet her, but I don't want to meet her in the afterlife. I'm sure she can move around if she wants to. But it's interesting too. What I noticed was a lot of the males in these stories, none of them really experience they experienced the aftermath, but not the actual event until
it's last
when it was showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ed never saw anything.
Just whatever the equipment caught.
Well, Ed, not during that time, but not during the beginning of it, no.
Yeah, because even when they went downstairs to the actual cellar, he didn't pick up on anything.
But she did.
And then,
Well, she was the clairvoyant anyway, so she was going to pick up on it before Ed.
He wasn't even going to take the case in the first place.
Well, the only reason he wasn't taking the case is because he was worried about Lorraine.
So
Lorraine
she lost a piece of her each time.
Yeah. And I think it did. If you really pay attention, by the time, we get to the modern era where Zach Bagans and them are like bringing her on the show, she was tired. Her soul was tired, not just her physical body. I think her soul was tired from all the hits that it took.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And that's kind of goes back into what?
Bill.
Like Bill, B-I-L-L?
B-I-L-L.
Yes, it's basically that was something she paid.
Yeah.
It was a bill she paid every time she went in one of those things, yeah. I mean, you really think about it, you could put that.
Especially that exorcism stuff.
That, yeah.
Around demons.
Well, it also it was hard on her before they even started exorcisms. She was
see how strong, which is, I'm trying to think of any other exorcist or any other horror movies that consists of any types of exorcisms, if they've ever been as strong, like possessed by anything as strong as Bathsheba.
That was pretty damn strong.
Because she literally, she could have popped out of that dang old chair. Heck, she flipped her upside down and broke her out of the chair.
Yeah.
How much of that was embellished, though?
Well, all that James, isn't it James Lee, his name? Or it's something Lee. But anyway, Lorraine actually was a consult and most of all the Conjuring universe stuff.
Based on their documentaries.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, some of it was like you say embellished for
you gotta watch it.
The private moments and stuff like that was not stuff that was embellished. It was
private.
Like when somebody experiences something like Bathsheba going to their house,
I worked with the kid going back and forth.
Yeah, that stuff like that. It wasn't embellished. It was actually written by her. Like this is what happened to me, and this is what.
Then you also have Annabelle getting out.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the Annabelle thing that was kind of like a foreshadowing for the movies Annabelle and stuff.
That's something to kind of keep the thing alive, kind of like Michael Myers at the very.
So I don't know that she got out because Bathsheba would have had trouble getting into the case because
Well, that's what it was weird because during the point where Bathsheba was at, they were in the chair. Remember, she was rocking in the chair. She was holding Annabelle. She said, Annabelle ain't in her case.
Mm-hmm.
But at the very end of the movie, when they ran in,
was it actually better than just a woman? It just happened to be because I think who was in the actual rocking chair was the original woman that actually possessed Annabelle, and you see that in the Annabelle movie.
Yeah.
Either way,
have you seen the Annabelle movie?
Long, I can't remember.
Yeah, because it's a couple that's like schizophrenic or something like that. She's the one that actually possesses Annabelle.
Yeah.
So I think she was the one that was actually in the rocking chair when they were at.
Include that.
They wouldn't have included that.
What you seen?
Yeah.
Is maybe it was a
foreshadowing
part of the Conjuring.
Yeah, it could be foreshadowing, but it's hard to. You'd have to do a deep dive, because
they started off the very beginning of the movie with the nurses and Annabelle doll. Remember?
Yeah, they did start beginning.
That whole first 5 minutes of the movie was that.
Yeah,
that's what I said. So it's
kind of hard to dissect, what.
That was the reason, because then they didn't, because the thing is, that had nothing to do with, and their haunting.
But I think it was maybe the concept of things can follow you, things can go wherever they want to go. Just because you think that something's isolated to one area doesn't mean that it has, we don't know the rules. We assume as humans, we know the rules. We,
their own rules.
We make our rules for everything that we don't know. We don't know. It goes back to spiritualism. We don't know what's right and what's wrong.
Because I think that
everybody could be just sitting around, riding around,
Bathsheba ended up actually messing with the mom first before even, because I believe the mom already had the bruises. And then also with the
Bathsheba just didn't like the kids, period.
Well, no, it started with the kids, because remember when she busted that hole in go down to the cellar that very first day. Before they even went to bed.
That wasn't from her, though. That was from when her sister, they were playing the clapping game.
But yeah, that was the very first day when they moved in.
So if we kind of step back and kind of look like, okay, there's a ton of stuff that went on at our house, that you can't really unwrap in one movie. So like Andrea in her books talks about there's like several hundred soldiers buried in the walls. That's what some of the ghosts would say. So the clapping game stuff probably was another one of those ghosts. It wasn't actually Bathsheba. Bathsheba was just one of the main like spirits, but they could have been using stories from some of the other things that happened.
Well, they were, or they said,
Soldier.
I don't either.
Well, what I'm trying to say is in general, all the stories can be combined into one story, but they all are not Bathsheba related. You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter whatever ghost, the other ghost could have started with the kids, right? And it wasn't them the whole time. Then Bathsheba started with the mom. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I started on night one because the kid busted a hole in the wall and they all went to bed, and then
that's one that whole.
Actually, it went no.
And that was probably one of the others.
Actually, the video, the movie,
because the little girl said she hit her sister.
Yeah, man, the movie.
That's what I'm saying. It could have been another spirit. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was Bathsheba.
So the movie,
I don't know. Guys, they have no idea what I'm talking about.
The whole movie, the whole movie is kind of wrapped around Bathsheba.
I'm going to move on. Just move on.
What I'm saying is there was no...
No, just move on. That's fine.
That's all I'm saying.
It was playing with the kids first, because remember they were laying in bed and she blamed her sister for pulling her foot or whatever.
But there again, that's what David was saying. What I was saying is that the clapping game, when she first hit and found the actual cellar, that had nothing, there was no spirit involved. That was just a coincidence of them actually finding it.
It opened it up. It opened up Pandora's box.
I think some of what Daniel was talking about is when she was playing the clapping game, you see the hands.
No, I'm talking about the very first night they got there, and
that wasn't spirit related. That was just an accident.
That's what I'm saying. She busted that open. She let it out.
It's possible.
That's what I'm trying to get at. That was because it was within a couple hours of that they all started having problems in the middle of the night, and then the dog died and on the first night.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. I'm not going to deny that.
Dad woke up to the static at 3:07.
Yeah, I mean, it was up.
Yeah.
Reason is the same thing.
Or it could have just been trying to keep humans out of there so they wouldn't go down there and see the ugly stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's all kinds of ways you can spin it, turn it, and twirl it.
Because it was almost like the mom that actually killed her son, that she was remorseful, like she didn't want to do it. She was like, she made me do it.
That was another person that committed suicide.
That was the property over.
Yeah, like somebody made or something. Look what she made me do. And she kept showing her.
But they're talking about Bathsheba making her did that.
Yeah, I'm talking about the other mom.
They all said that, though.
They lived there.
Yeah. They lived on the property, not in that house.
Yeah.
They said they lived about 3 houses over.
Yeah, but he just had a hiding spot in the house.
No, I'm thinking that what would happen is, I think the mom and the son actually lived. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong, but the other people.
Maybe that previous homeowner.
I think she killed herself the same night she killed her.
True, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. You could go a million different directions. It could go on and on. You could be so many, like somebody just, did. It wasn't. I doubt she killed herself and then boarded it up. I don't see that. But she killed herself the same night that she killed her son. So
we also don't.
How did she end up doing it?
Boarded up prior to then when she had some sin.
How'd she get down there?
You said that. That's where she died?
Yeah. They had ropes down there.
No, I was actually up in the attic.
They had ropes in the attic, too. If you pay attention, there was ropes down yonder.
It was, they pulled...
Because of the dumbwaiter.
Yeah,
from Rory's hiding spot.
I don't know. Who knows?
Sure. Anyway.
That's good.
Because then she fell all the way down till she found it.
Yeah.
Always in the basement, Lorena.
Yeah.
That's all kinds of crap, yeah.
So back to the then.
Yeah.
Of how the nurses were basically tricked to believe that it was a little girl that just wanted a friend.
Yeah, oftentimes some of that stuff ends up being like that make you feel comfortable, I guess. Some that would make you feel comfortable, and then, someone's like a bad boyfriend or girlfriend.
Well, of course. I mean, if you find
make you feel comfortable, and then wow,
some type of evil spirit, I'm like, oh yeah. If somebody tells me, oh, there's this evil spirit that wants to, inhabit this doll, you know, you will let it happen? No. What if somebody tells you, oh, it's just a little girl? You know, something a little bit more innocent.
This spirit is homeless.
Wow, that spirit can just stay in a little while.
And she tore up that dang old room. I didn't even realize,
At the beginning.
remember it being so bad.
It was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. I'd be pretty mad.
Yeah, it's just like, did you miss me or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Miss me. When they try to throw her away.
Or said, miss me yet?
Mm-hmm.
Banging on that dang old door.
Oh, yeah.
The damn police.
So, like, in general, what do y'all think? Like, y'all think that in what outside of the movie sphere that we have that goes on? Or do y'all think that those days are gone and we're just kind of...
What are you referencing?
Like
what?
People still get dolls and they get them because they're possessed.
Do they get dolls because they feel it?
Have you not seen it where they buy the doll on eBay?
They did it with Robert.
Well, no,
Had his ass back.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about there's people literally that say that, you know...
Oh, they try to conjure it up.
They put spirits in this doll and they sell them.
So like Tickle Me Elmo?
I guess. No, it's more dolls like what you...
You could probably get it on the dark web. I mean, you can get all kinds of stuff on there if you know how to access it.
Yeah, shameless plug. If you want a possessed doll, you can look up Sweet But Twisted. I'm sure we can figure out a way to possess it for you. We'll put Daniel's spirit in it.
Oh,
please don't do that. I don't want to be trapped in a doll.
No, I wasn't saying like that. I'm saying we could just have a spirit just like yours. You know, in the middle of the night, the dog goes...
The only picture
Can't give it to you here, baby.
They said the only picture that comes to my mind when you said that was the Robin Williams when you rubbed the genie. He popped out the genie in the bottle.
You rubbed the baby's butthole and Daniel pops.
You rang?
Can't give it to you here, baby.
I don't know. I got one that I could turn into look like Daniel's little character.
Oh, goodness. That would be
There's a
pretty
creepy
cool.
version.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'm sorry, that had to come in here.
Like a Daniel garbage pail kid, man.
Yeah.
The landscaper man.
That's been a
landscaper man.
This little...
You don't get to come up with your own...
I bought one of those little zero
thing.
turns and put it on. One of the little battery ones.
So I think we're going to go through the series
Yeah.
in itself.
We'll try to pick them. I think that's what we're going to do is for Dark Hour for a little bit. We'll
Pick each movie?
pick each one out and see and then try to connect them all together when we're done.
Yeah.
Like, this is what happened for this to happen and this to happen and this. Because, you know, the Amityville Horror was part of that universe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. That was the case that they were leaving when they got the call for the Conjuring house. So
it's not what they said in the movie then. That was a...
So what we got to do is I think we have to be tasked with putting them all together and then creating a real world timeline.
Because I know in that movie he was teaching classes about that possession.
Yeah, he did that a lot.
Mm.
He did that a lot. So
somehow she decided to go to that seminar or whatever it was.
Yeah. Well, she went there because of that, because somebody had told them that they were whatever.
Oh, they were in town.
Yeah. So I don't know. That was a quick little show, yeah.
Yep. Definitely be very interesting of how they all kind of are connected like that.
Yep. Like a roadmap and a timeline for everyone.
Yep. So on that note, stay tuned to the next episode.
Keep it creepy.
Thank you, Daniel.
All the noises. So does that mean we're meeting up every week to watch a movie then?